What's going on, Stellar Crew? Bob MacArthur here for Stellar View Telescopes. Just wanted to talk to you today about the Denali tripod and the M2C Alt-Az mount, both by Stellar View. So let's start by setting up the tripod. This tripod is great, just beautiful apple ply plywood construction, super easy to set up. So what I like to do is just loosen the leg bolts, get that leg extension out all the way there. Once we have that, we just tighten up these bolts. Definitely want to make sure they're tight. You don't want your tripod slipping while you're doing your observation. So then the next thing we do is we just kind of separate those legs a little bit, just like you see here. And then we grab the tray. The tray's great. Nice tray here with some rails, so your stuff doesn't slide off, because we all dread that when things fall in the night. So we got the protective rails there. Again, apple ply plywood. So what we'll do here is we'll line up the mount a little bit. You may have to move the legs around, and I'm not going to screw the three knobs in all the way right away. Just want to get my tripod lined up, the legs lined up with the bolts first. So once I've done that, then we're all set and ready to go to get all three. Once you have all three kind of in there a little bit, you can go ahead and tighten all three. And you want to make sure they're fairly tight, because that secures your tripod. It's real nice and steady there. So again, we'll go around, make sure all of the tripod bolts are nice and tight. There you go. Easy setup, I love it. It looks great. So the next thing I got here is the M2C mount. And again, I do have the column here, and it is an Alt-Az mount. So what I'll do is go ahead and take this and mount it right on top of the Denali here. It's all set up for the M2C mount. And what I'll do is I'll line up the holes with the threads. And I have 3 Allen screws here. I'm just going to put those in, finger tight at first. There we go. Once we have them in there pretty finger tight, what we'll do is we'll go around and we'll tighten all 3 of them evenly with your Allen wrench. Once we have that, we are all set up and ready to go. Now we just got to put the telescope in. Now what I like to do is when I'm putting my telescope in the mount is make sure my Alt-Az knobs, which are these silver knobs here, are tightened down. And then I'll make sure that these mount screws are a little loose here. Now what's great about the M2C mount is it works with Vixen rails and Los Mandy rails. So that's just wonderful. So it works with both. And the telescope I have of choice today is the Stellar View SVX90T. Just a beautiful triple apo refractor, hand configured lenses, just a beautiful scope. I got the Stellar View quartz diagonal and a Stellar View 8mm 82 degree eyepiece in there. So all we need to do to put that in there, like I said, we got those loosened up. You just slide that in there, tighten these things down. You want to make sure you got it evenly tightened, because obviously, again, you don't want your scope to move or fall during the night. So make sure you got those tight. And we're all set up just like that. Makes a wonderful grab and go setup. I mean, you can see here, I can easily pick it up here. Even with the telescope off, the M2C mount and Denali tripod are easy to move around. So great grab and go setup for those nights where you're either super limited on time for getting some observations in. Also great for classrooms. I use this with my classroom all the time for doing solar viewing and when I do my star parties with my students. So just really easy setup. Get out and have some fun. There you go. Yeah, Stellar View's Denali tripod and M2C mount with the SVX90T all mounted up there, ready to go. All right, guys, keep looking up.